Alright, what's up y'all? Today we have the week 2 of the PCP Pokemon Community Players. God, that's a long name. Draft League. I versus Tim. He has a pretty scary team. Honestly, he has the Pokemon that I wanted the most out of this draft. He has Tapu Lele, which I made a whole draft based around getting Tapu Lele. But Tim got it, so this will be fun, right? Alongside Tapu Lele, he has Scizor Mega, which I had last year. Garchomp, which is always dangerous. Lycanroc Midday, which is cool. Suicune, asshole. Pyukumuku, Type Null, Electros, Emboar, Amistar, which I also had last year. And Gastrodon. So, yeah, it should have already popped up by now, you know the drill. Yeah, here's the team. I saw his bulky waters, and I thought, okay, yep, Akame is coming. Kartana can sweep. Basically, I just needed enough speed for Garchomp, and then Gracium Z guaranteed that at +1 I O-code with Bloom Doom, even if he was Bulky Chomp. So, okay, well, I'm glad I already got the game out of the way, because it has reset my EVs again. And then I just kind of threw the rest into defense. But yeah, 461 at +1 with Bloom Doom, which I believe becomes a 180 power move. Oof. Oh, buddy, Garchomp ain't living that. And then, SD, because SD, Smart Strike for Tapu Lele. Leaf Blade still did like 80, but just in case he was like, I don't know, specs or something are locked in, I wanted to have Smart Strike literally just for Lele. And then Sacred Sword was just kind of a good all-around option. I wanted just another coverage move to be able to hit other things like Scizor. If I got to like, I think if I got to like +4, then I could take out Scizor with it, but at least I could hit it with something, you know? And then looking at all his team, he has Shell Smashers, he has fucking Tapu Lele, SD Scizor, SD Garchomp, Lycanroc, Calm Mind Suicune, fucking Type Null, which can SD, Emboar, which is just deadly. So I went ahead and decided that Focus Sash, Magic Guard, Sigilyph was going to be the way to go. It would be a good opportunity for me to see if his Lele was Scarf or Specs. I think he has to bring Specs. Scarf, sorry. Yeah, he has to bring Specs, or Mega Breedril just runs through his team. Like, Rough Rocky Garchomp is only going to take so many U-turns before it is no longer a switch-in. And kind of on that basis, I needed a bulky water to go with my thing that can't take any damage because it needs its Sash intact, and my thing with quad fire weakness and 31 special defense. So Mega Love Disc kind of popped into mind. Alamamola here, haven't brought him yet, and I calced it, and Max Spadef Careful 252 actually isn't 2-hit KO'd by Scarf Lele. Now, I figured Scarf Lele was definitely coming. That's what I kind of That's what I planned for, but just in case, at least this would be another way that I could tell if he was Scarf or Specs. Obviously, if he was Life Orb, I'd be able to tell, but I needed to have the calcs open and just have some things that I can switch in to figure out what the fuck's going on. And if he was Scarf, I packed this guy with Knockoff, so I could just do that, and then Beedrill speeds. Wish, because a 534 fucking... I know it's half that, but like, still, that is a lot of HP, man. Like, everything else on the team is going to appreciate that, definitely. I can get back to Sash if I need to. Akame is actually, with this defense, it allows it to live a Fire Fang from Lycanroc, but just in case I did get low and then he has, like priority in the back or something, I wanted to have Wish support for everything. It is kind of an asshole move, and after last week, you know what, I don't really care, okay? You gotta do what you gotta do, if this league has taught me anything. But then, to kind of complete the Fire, Water, Grass core, we have Konnichiwa here, and you see the set, and you're like, what the fuck are you doing, Jaden? Come on, man, you're better than that. But no, come on. He is yet another switch into Tapu Lele. So, I made this set, right, and I was like, fuck. But if he runs Psyshock over Psychic, I still get 2-hit KO'd, so I was like, fuck. I need one thing other than Akame that I can switch in just in case he wants to go for the HP Fire. I just needed a switch that handles all the options. So I went ahead and brought this guy. I was going to bring him anyways, and you're like, well, if you switched it in for a Psyshock, why do you have minus defense nature? Because every other nature fucked with something else that this had to do. Even though I am minus defense nature, it still only does 40%, like max, I think. So, not 2-hit KO'd by Scarf, and I'll recognize immediately if he specs. And allow speed. And V-Create kills no matter what, even though I only have 96 attack. It's like pretty much the standard OU Victini set, but I edited it a little bit. And then I have enough speed for Tapu Lele, of course, and then I have Glaciate, Energy Ball, U-Turn, and of course V-Create. You can't run a Victini without V-Create. What are you doing? Even Special Victini is better with V-Create. But yeah, Glaciate, because I want to predict the Garchomp switch in. Even if Victini has to take unnecessary damage because I mispredict, it's worth it for me to get that Garchomp, because I don't know if it's going to be Scarf, I don't know if it's going to be Special, I don't know if it's going to be SD, I don't know if it's going to be Sash, I don't know if it's going to be Rough Rocky. Garchomp has too many things it can fucking do. So, I think he might run Scarf Lele and Rough Rocky Garchomp to deal with my Victini and Beedrill, respectively. I think it'll be, Rough Rocky will be switch into this to catch the U-turn, the V-Create, so that way I lose, like, that way, if he switches that in 3 times, I'm dead. Like, especially if he gets Rocks Up, double dead. But, Glaciate, if he's not Scarf, will, of course, allow me to outspeed him. And if he's Scarf Adamant, I think I will outspeed him. But, I didn't really figure that was going to be a thing. But, it's guaranteed to kill, on the switch in, Rough Rocky Chomp. It does, like, I want to say 60 to 75%, but there is a strong roll that, okay, let's think about this, right? Rocks plus, like, 1 U-turn damage, plus Glaciate kills. So, like, if he does predict me 1 time as I go for U-turn, it's fine, because Glaciate does a dickload. But in a perfect world, he would switch it in at 100%, take the Glaciate, not be Scarf, and then I would kill him with the second Glaciate if we hit. I almost ran Hidden Power Ice, but I thought the speed drop was worth the 5% accuracy drop. An Energy Ball, because as you can see, he has Gastrodon and Amistar, and they both die to that. And I didn't want to run Bolt Strike because he's going to be max defense Suicune if he brings it. And then also, I didn't want to... I'm not exactly sure how Innards Out works. I kind of think if you don't touch him, it doesn't count, and I'm not exactly sure, but I brought Energy Ball just to sum everything up. I'm probably wrong, but just in case, you know. So yeah, he's really, I could just lead with this guy. If he didn't have Garchomp, I'll probably lead with this. A Cell Rock won't kill me. Stone Edge might kill me, actually. Probably not the best idea, but I don't know. He's good. He's good. He does stuff. Then we have the hazard support, the hazard removal that this team so desperately needs. Papaya Berry is the berry that reduces Psychic type attacks. Obviously, come on, you're bringing a fighting type versus a dude with a Tapu Lele. What else do you do? Well, I'm not going to defog because I want my hazards up, and I need the move slots on Akame, who is my defogger. So it has to be this set. I can live a Psychic from Choice, Specs, Lele. I'll live with like 2 fucking %, but I can live it. If you run Psyshock and he Specs, I'm just kind of fucked. That's gonna kill. Oh god, it's gonna just kill him. Look, he's just dancing and he just die. Oh god. But if he's Scarf with Psyshock, I don't die to that. So again, expecting Scarf, pretty positive. That's the only way that his team's gonna be able to work around my Beedrill. But just in case he gets fucking crafty or something, yeah, I can live 1 if it's not Specs. And then, is that everything? Yeah, just Max Bedef, obviously. Gyro Ball does solid 60% to Lele, so if I don't need to get the spin off, then I can at least get some damage on it. But probably what's going to happen is he might, predict this to come in or something, and then he'll just bot me with a Psychic, but I won't die, and I'll get the spin off, and then I'll die anyways. And then I can come in with anything and kill it. And I guess one thing I also should have mentioned is this has like all the ×4 coverage for everything. Energy Ball for his fucking ×4 to Grass. Ice Beam hits Garchomp. Kind of just want to lead with this guy, honestly. And then Heat Wave for Scizor, and you're like, Shayden, you can't touch Tapu Lele. I know, but it's fine, because everything else on my team deals with Tapu Lele, goddamn. Get off my back! But yeah, that's that. And then Beedrill, Toxic Spikes. Didn't really need anything in this move slot, so I just want Toxic Spikes. I wanted some kind of hazards, and I wanted to bring these 6 for sure, so that was the only hazard that I could have. But you take what you can get, you know, and then again I have that adaptability U-turn for momentum, knock off to knock off the leftovers on his bulky waters on the switch in, poison jab to just make sure I kill tapu lele, and then spikes. And you're like, Shayden, why aren't you max speed? What are you doing? Well, I'm adamant, and I have enough speed for his fastest Pokemon, which is, I think it's I gave it enough speed. It's not in Mega form, so I don't remember what the speed here is that it hits, but it outspeeds his fastest Pokemon. So I'm pretty sure that's a Lycanroc, even though he'd probably go for a Cell Rock anyways, but the purpose of losing the speed that I don't need is so I can put it in defense, and I take 80% maximum from a Cell Rock. So if I don't take rocks damage, I can live, and a U-turn has like a 40% chance to kill. So if he's taking any damage whatsoever, then he will die. He'll probably be sashed though, but you know, still. And at least I'll get some momentum, and I'll still have this healthy. And luckily, my spinner beats his rockers through Intimidate and Toxic, so I can kind of stall those out and then send them some fat wishes. Oh, those fat wishes. But yeah, that's going to be the team, so we will jump right into the battle. Right, so here we are with the battle, and as you can see, he brings not exactly what I was thinking, but we know Lele's coming. I thought it would either be this guy or Chomp, but he ends up bringing both, which I was like, okay, whatever. So then, I think it's safe to assume that, well, obviously one of these two is going to be the Rocker, but if I had to pick, it'd probably be this, because what else does this do other than taunt things and set up rocks? Like, that's pretty much it. And looking at his team, I could kind of think in Mega Scizor. Oh, obviously the Mega Scizor, but like bulky Mega Scizor, like that set, like the SDU turn that everybody ran. Yeah, that's a good set. So I figured something like that. And then Gastrodon, which he did say he brought for Evire, but I didn't bring that. So it's just something else that dies to Kartana or Energy Ball or shit, anything. Pyukumuku comes, and that's gonna, I don't know, it kind of impedes me a little bit, but it can't do anything to me. It has to waste a turn soaking so it can Toxic me, and that literally means that Sigilyph isn't touched by it at all, because you can't Toxic me. So it would just have to sit there. I don't know, we can go another 122 turns if you want. Like, I don't give a shit. After last week, let's do this. Fuck it. And then Garchomp, which I thought maybe Dual Scarf would be a thing, or maybe just like Offensive Life Orb. So yeah, let's fucking do this shit. He goes Dog, and I lead Birder because it beats his Stealth Rockers, like I said. So if I drop this pin one more time, I'm just gonna put it down. Okay. So yeah, automatically I get the Intimidate off. I thought he'd switch. Really, he could go into Pyukumuku or anything, but so I just go straight for the Toxic, and he roars me. So he goes and roars me into Sigilyph, and I could take it out with an Energy Ball from where it's at, but the roll wasn't in my favor, so I didn't want to do that. And I went too far. God damn it. So yeah, he roars me into that. I have like, I think it's like a 40% chance to kill him with Energy Ball. Like, it does like 96 max, and I was like, nah, not worth it. And I need the Sash just in case Garchomp gets out of hand. And Scizor. So I switch right back out to Hitmontop. Why the fuck not? Intimidate him. And he does get up his Stealth Rocks. So, I mean, I'm pretty much just safe to spin. He's double intimidated. He's switching out this time, like for surezies. And then we have young Lele here. And I have that berry, right? But I haven't seen if he's Scarf, if he's Specs, what's going on. If he's Psyshock or Psychic, I haven't seen if he brought Energy Ball for Shadow Ball for Victini. So I figured this would be a good chance to scout his set using that Pokemon. I didn't want to waste the berry yet. I thought maybe I could save this till the very end and it would be clutch as fuck. So I switch out, and he is Psyshock, and I was like, thank God I switched out, because if he was Specs, that would have just O-coded me. But we can find out by that damage there that he is, in fact, Scarf. Timid Scarf, I believe. So, yeah, that's that. And I U-turn, thinking, you know, that first time I wanted to go for U-turn to see what his initial switch-in would be. If it was Garchomp, then next time I can Glaciate, and he can fucking, you know, die. But he goes Gastrodon, and I just go Beedrill. I thought this was going to be probably the one thing on his team, other than like Scizor or Pyukumuku, that I could get my Toxic Spikes on. And he didn't have a Rapid Spinner, so I was like, okay, sure, let's do this. Might get burned, but who cares? And, yeah, we get burned. But it don't even matter. This thing has adapt a fucking ability 145 attack adamant. He don't even need the other half of his attack to do some damage. Fuck you. U-turns does a solid 25%. I'm pretty sure that's a resistant. No, it's not, but solid 25% to Gastrodon. Those things are a little defensive beast. And Aloe comes out. And he burns me again, but that just means he can't toxic me, so that was pretty fucking cool, honestly. And yeah, he goes into Scizor. I tried to knock off, predicting maybe Tapu Lele, maybe anything else, or even if he stayed in, I don't have Scald, but maybe he thought I couldn't touch him. But I went ahead and went for the knock. But he goes and shows me that he's defogged Scizor. So now, basically what I know I need to do is keep that Toxic Spike up, so that every turn Scizor comes in, he doesn't even have a chance to attack me. He needs to have to defog every single turn, so that way I can pass a Fat Wish into Victini and keep that thing healthy. Because he could have Knockoff, he could have Brutal Swing. I'm pretty sure Bug Bite's still going to do a lot. So I just have to play wearily around Iron Maiden over there. It's kind of scary. Mega Scizor is a fucking beast. Like, that thing is ridiculous, and I was not trying to lose to that. I had it last year, and I beat everybody, so I was not trying to lose to that. And then here, as I said, I have enough speed for Tapu Lele, and he's actually there. So I figured I'm max health. He can't OHKO me with anything. I think even if he had a Z move, he wasn't going to be able to kill me. So he Shadow Balls, and I eat that shit up. 39%. What even is that? AV Victini for the win. And I Glaciate. Because that time, I thought for sure he was going Garchomp. Because, you know, he didn't really get to pick the switch into Lele. It just happened. And if I'm Scarf, I outspeed him. And, oh, well, I guess he knew I wasn't Scarf from earlier. But I OHKO him with V-Create, no matter what. So I thought he would switch, but he did not. And then he actually makes a really good play here and predicts the V-Create and does go into his Garchomp. So I didn't have the balls to double-click it, honestly. I thought if anything, he's just switch into something kind of like frantically, so I thought that wasn't a good turn to try to predict anything. But yeah, Garchomp comes in, and luckily I have a counter. Even though it's specially defensive, it still only takes a little bit. And I get a Toxic off on Gastrodon, which is fucking sweet, because that means in the end he can't stall me out. If I can Toxic this and Toxic Pyukumuku, I can't even say it like that. I have to say it like Pyukumuku. If I can Toxic it, then he can't stall me out. And that's my biggest fear at this point, is being stalled out. Jesus Christ. He Scalds. I go into my already burned thing. I figured if he wanted to double, he could go. I don't really know what he would double to, but this kind of covered all the switches. Nothing on his team wants to deal with this, and at this point, he still thinks I have Scald, so even Garchomp and Scizor don't want to really be in front of this thing very much. So I take this opportunity to go ahead and drag out the turn, because I don't remember what I did. Go for a Fat Wish, and he brings in Dog, and I was like, well, bruh, I thought he'd double on that turn, but he gets up his rocks, and then I go to full health, he's intimidated, intoxicated, and I get another Rapid Spin. And I outspeed him, so of course he goes for Roar, and it brings me into Aloe, which lets me get another Fat Wish off to something. I'm looking at you, Beedrill, maybe even Sig, maybe, I don't know, we'll see. I kind of thought he'd Roar again, so I just wanted to, you know, just put one in the air real quick. And he actually reveals that he has Scarf Thunder. But since I'm specially defensive, that doesn't even fucking matter. Thunder did a lot, but not too much, and I knock it off, and I get my health back. Pretty much 6% less than I was in the first place. So I get another Wish Up, he goes Scizor, and I just kind of, not like a sack, I didn't sack Beedrill, but if it died I wouldn't have been too sad, because again it was burned. And I know I made a whole big thing about it not needing the, but I mean, come on guys, it's burned. So if anything had to die there, it was going to be this, but I figured, since I did have that defensive investment, if he did go for Bullet Punch, it wouldn't kill me. I forgot about Psychic Terrain, but he actually said it was a misclick, so he Bullet Punched, and it didn't do anything. So he goes Gastrodon, and I get up my Spike, just in case, you know, gotta make sure. And at this point, I know I can live a Scald. If he has Earth Power, it will do a little bit more, but I still live it. He has decent Spit F, so I go ahead and knock off his lefties. I guess it wasn't really a necessary play, but I was in there, you know. So there's that. I U-turn right on out, do that other 25%, and then right back to this guy that starts throwing around some more wishes. It really does wall his whole team, And I'm trying to play for differential because some fucking Australian assholes keep, making a whole big deal about it. So I'm trying to get that differential, you know what I'm saying? And he brings out the thing that doesn't want to be burned. And I was like, well, he's defogging because the whole thing earlier. And then I get Victini in for free. He actually switches. And I was like, okay, I can Energy Ball predicting the water or the rock type, and we'll see, maybe, and then, probably be a 2-hit KO, but I was like, but he hadn't gone hard Garchomp yet, so I think he might do that, and if he does go Puku, then I still have Siggy, so I'm not too worried about it, so I went ahead and make the play, and I do go for the Glaciate, and he's at 64, he just dies. I'm not even Expert Belt, he just fucking dies. And then now I know he's gonna want to fucking kill that thing, so he does just go for the Cell Rock, and I take nothing from that. He's toxic. I thought maybe he'd try to get up his rocks so that, we'd have the whole I keep clicking Rapid Spin, he keeps clicking Stealth Rock, but it didn't do that. He just goes to Scizor and Superpowers, and it doesn't do a lot. So I get to get another Wish in the air, but he just keeps kind of spamming Superpower, I guess just to make sure that I don't double. But I don't really need to, because he's lowering his attack and defense. So now, go right back into Victini. If he crit me, I was in kind of trouble there, but fuck it, but fuck it. And I get all the way back up to full with my Assault Vested Victini. And, oh buddy, it's just gnarly. At this point, he still kind of needs this. And he's at 0.4 attack, 0.4 defense, so he's not staying in. It was not like a good play or anything, but I just go for the Energy Ball just so I don't lower my defenses on the switch in. And then he goes Iron Maiden again. And I was like, okay, this time I've been predicting every turn, so we just V-Create, and we do that. I honestly thought he would knock there, or something. Kind of like predicting me to go for Energy Ball again, or something. But yeah, he just dies. And then he's in with this, and I know before he can start stalling me out, he has to Toxic me, so I wanted to see how much that would do. And I get the Spadef drop, which sucks because the whole plan was to hit him with that, and then whittle him down. Well, I guess he would have just recovered, and I kind of would have died to Toxic, but I wanted to get him a little bit lower so that I wouldn't die and I would keep my differential, because Innards out. I wasn't sure if he was Innards out or unaware, but I see that he is Rocky Helmet, and that still didn't really answer the question, but I figured at least he can't, he has to waste 2 turns to do some damage to me with this, so he has to soak and then Toxic before he can even do anything, except for Recover Stall. But I get the crit. I thought it would leave him with like a little bit, and then he would soak, and then I wouldn't die to Innards out, and I don't, actually, but the Rocky Helmet does kill me. That fucking crit. I even told him, I was like, the one time I didn't want to fucking crit. But it's at least played, it happens. And on the last turn, I wanted LB to get this kill. Like I said, he doesn't need his fucking full attack stat. He don't care. Adaptability, it's Tapu Lele, he's dying. And we do take the win, 5-0 against him. Good game, buddy. That was solid. Fucking Scarf Thunder scared the shit out of me, and even though I was burned, I was like, he's gonna paralyze me. And then somehow, this is gonna not work out for me. But yes, about 70 turns less than last week, so I'm pretty ecstatic about that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't want to keep you guys too long, so we got other shit you gotta watch soon too. So yeah, take it easy. Bye forever.